Hey, what's up guys, it's XX Modern Warfare here, Gamertag Banjo Chicken, and welcome back to another ApparitionNET video. Yes, I haven't done one in a long time. Apologies for that. We've just been busy developing the software, and yeah, we've been pretty busy. I mean, I'm doing a 20k subs thank you video and discussion video where I'm going to mainly be talking about the development of AppNet and what's been going on with it recently, well, within the past month or so. So yeah, anyway, for this video we're looking at the XUID spoofer because, well, XUID spoofing in general for ApparitionNET. It's a big feature that a lot of people sort of buy the tool for, which I would say to these people, don't buy it just because of the XUID spoofer, really. You got to take everything that AppNet has to offer into consideration before you buy it, because I mean, a lot of people do say our XUID spoofer is amazing. Some people say that it's bad, and the people who say that it's bad just don't know how to use it properly, which is why I'm kind of making this video to show you how to use it properly. And some people, of course, say, oh, XUID spoofing is free, there's free tools that can do it and shit. Yes, there are free tools that can do it, but not as well as AppNet, because free tools, you have a tool that has to grab the XUID, or you have to find the XUID of the person that you want to spoof on the internet or something, find that actual XUID code, and then you have to paste that in to the tool, and it's a different tool for each COD game and everything like that. Whereas R1, you just type in the gamertag that you want to spoof it as, and it does everything for you. So but yeah, a lot of people don't know how to use them, so that's what this video is about. Okay, so I've got my Xbox up here, I've got ApparitionNET down in the bottom right or left, haven't decided where I'm putting it yet, but it'll be on screen as well. Currently on the console tools, so first thing we're going to look at is the XUID spoofer that is built into the console tools. Everybody gets confused about this. They all think that the XUID spoofer in here is meant to work for all the COD games that we have in here, and other COD games as well. XUID spoofing doesn't work like that. It's different for each game, and it's different for the dashboard. So there's XUID spoofers in all of these tools for spoofing your XUID inside the particular game. This one in the console tools section is strictly for parties and for other games, like maybe indie games and Xbox Live arcade games. Probably it may work on indie games but not on arcade games and stuff like that, but it's mainly for parties, guys, and it has to be done in a specific way in order for it to work in parties. It can't just be done, because if spoofing your XUID when you're on the dashboard is awkward. It causes a lot of problems where you can't open up messages or open up the party. It just closes back down again, and you have to do it in a specific way in order for it to work. So we're going to look at this XUID spoofer first, but please pay attention, and I'm going to say this once more. This XUID spoofer in the console tools is for parties only. Parties, right? Parties, not for games, okay? Don't use this one if you're on Modern Warfare 3. If you're on Modern Warfare 3, you use the one inside the Modern Warfare 3 tool. That's how it works. And I'll show you the inbuilt spoofers that are inside the game tools after we've had a look at this one, which is for parties. Jesus, so many people get this wrong. This one is for parties, right? On the dashboard or wherever, but for parties. So yeah, let's go ahead and have a look at this one. If you open this XUID spoofer, it says it's recommended you try using the built-in spoofer for games like Modern Warfare 3, but in case it's not supported, use this. So you can do a bunch of things here. You can grab an XUID. Say I wanted to grab the XUID of Phase Apex, then, you know, if you have AppNet, there's really no need to grab an XUID because it does it all for you. But the good thing about this is, say you have a friend who doesn't have AppNet and they've got a normal XUID spoofer, like one of the free ones which requires you to actually have the XUID, then if you can give your friend XUIDs that you get off Apparition. For example, I can look for Phase Apex, and then I can just go down here and say get XUID from Gamertag only, and what that's going to do is bring up a little message box, and there's the XUID for Phase Apex right there. See how easy that was? Ridiculously easy. But it hasn't spoofed it. If you want to spoof it, you just click the gamertag is Phase Apex XUID is. Yeah, it even gives you a notification on the console. So how do we actually use the Party Spoofer? Because when you spoof your XUID in parties, it causes a hell of a lot of problems, because it reacts as if you're on Phase Apex's profile on the dashboard, but you can't be because you're still on yours. So when you try and, you know, open up parties, it will just close back down and stuff like that. So the way to do it, the way to actually successfully spoof your XUID on parties, is to be invited to a game. So basically you need to get invited into a party, not a game, sorry. You need to be invited into a party, and when you do get the invite for the party, which I should hopefully receive one, there we go. So I've got an invite to a party here, so I open it up, and before I click on join party, I spoof my XUID. So I'm going to spoof it as Phase Apex, quick spoof, and that's it. You get a notification on the console, the gamertag Phase Apex spoofed with the XUID. Once it's spoofed, you can then join party, and as you can see, I've joined the party with the Phase Apex as my spoofed gamertag. So now I'm going to move over to modded Xname's capture. He's recording right now, so you can see what he's seeing on his screen, and as you can see, he sees the Phase Apex. If he goes to view my gamertag's profile, he will see that it says Phase Apex. If he goes to view my friends list, he'll see all Phase Apex's friends, and you can see that it has been fully spoofed. The XUID has been fully spoofed. So yeah, pretty much that is how you spoof it. So I'll leave it now, and even when you leave, on their side it'll say like Phase Apex left your Xbox Live party, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that is basically how the console tools XUID spoofer works for Phase. Well, yeah, that's how the console XUID spoofer works for parties, which is what it's meant for. So I'm also going to launch now the Modern Warfare 3 tool. You should remember, you don't open these tools until you're actually on the game. So now that I'm on Modern Warfare 3, I can launch the Modern Warfare 3 tool, and it will ask me to create a stat file. So yeah, I'll create the stat file. It should only ask you to do that once the first time you go on it, but after you do updates and stuff, it may ask you again. So right, so we got our tool open here. So we're going to spoof our XUID. So how we do this in an actual game, in a COD game, is we go onto Xbox Live, and this is the area where we spoof our XUID. Don't spoof it while you're in a private match like that. Don't try and spoof it while you're inside the game. Don't spoof it here at the main menu. You've got to spoof it on this particular menu here, where we're on Find Match, Private Match, Create Class, etc. That's where we're going to be doing it. So go into your game modifications. Here's the inbuilt spoofer that's built into the program. So again, let's spoof as Phase Apex or something like that. Yeah, it's Phase Apex, and we'll go ahead. Now there's two options here. You can spoof only gamertag, which is literally just a gamertag changer. You click that, spoofs your gamertag. You can see the gamertag's changed to Phase Apex, and you'll be able to go in games, but obviously it's not the XUID. If I view my gamer card, it's still Banjo Chicken 16. It's not changed to Phase Apex. But why would you want just a gamertag changer? Is because you can do stuff like edit the colors with these codes and stuff like that. So if you spoof the gamertag now, you get different colors, and you know, yeah, you get the idea there. Oh, I spoofed it as the same color twice. That was stupid. Something like this, green and cyan. But yeah, for actually spoofing the whole XUID, you type in the gamertag you want. Make sure it's a real gamertag. You don't have, you know, if it was like Phase Apex blah 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 and I spoofed it like that, then it's not going to work properly. It's going to screw up when you try and find games and stuff, and it's not going to work. So make sure you spoof it. If you're using the XUID spoofer, make sure you spoof it as a real gamertag. If you're using just a gamertag changer, you can change it to whatever you want. It doesn't matter. So spoof will spoof the XUID. You can see it says spoofed as Phase Apex. The XUID has been copied in there, And if I go into, see from here we can go and find a public match. So if I do that, I will start searching, I'll try and find a public match. I don't believe I currently have a proper gold account on here. It's spoofing gold as silver. I mean, it's spoofing silver account as gold, which doesn't work on Modern Warfare 3 when you find matches, so it's going to say no games found. But obviously if you have proper gold, like a 7-day trial or something, then it's going to find matches. So again, and another thing, you can go into a private match as well, and you can see it showing up as Phase Apex. View gamer card, because we spoofed the whole XUID this time, we get, you know, the whole XUID. It says, you know, it's got its bio, it's viewing Phase Apex's profile instead of mine. You can view the friends list, etc., and it will show Phase Apex's friends. And that is it. That's how you use the in-game spoofer. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the XUID spoofer tutorial. So as I said, we've got our inbuilt spoofers into the tools, and then the one in the console tools is for parties when you're on the dashboard, stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, comment if you've got any questions, like the video if you liked it, and I will see you guys in my next video, and I have hopefully a few more AppNet videos to come. So yeah.